It was a typical day, overcast and with a steady drizzle falling as we drove along a quiet rural road. Our destination was the shelter, where countless animals awaited care and a chance at a new life. But on this particular journey, something caught our eye, a lone figure huddled on the damp asphalt ahead. As we drew closer, the shape resolved into a dog, exposed to the elements, looking utterly lost. Our hearts immediately went out to him. We slowed the vehicle, hoping not to startle him, but the moment he registered our presence, he bolted. With surprising speed, he vanished into the dense undergrowth and thick bushes lining the side of the road, disappearing from sight almost instantly. The rain, relentless and cold, continued to fall, soaking the poor creature. He was clearly soaking wet, his fur matted and heavy. The chill of the air was palpable, and we knew he couldn't stay out there indefinitely. We had to try and reach him, despite his initial reaction. We approached cautiously, calling out softly, trying to reassure him. But as we drew near the spot where he'd disappeared, he reappeared from the foliage, his posture tense, a low growl rumbling in his chest. He was showing clear signs of fear and aggression, a common, heartbreaking response from an animal that has likely known nothing but hardship and neglect. He was scared, defensive, ready to fend off what he perceived as another threat. This wasn't just any dog. This was another abandoned soul, alone and terrified in a world that had seemingly forgotten him. We understood his fear. He wasn't aggressive out of malice, but out of sheer desperation and a deeply ingrained instinct for survival. His eyes, though wary, also held a glimmer of profound sadness. We knew then that patience would be our most valuable tool. We spent a long time there, moving slowly, speaking in calm, reassuring tones. We offered food, leaving it on the wet ground, hoping to tempt him closer. Every rustle of the leaves, every distant car passing by would send tremors through his small frame, making him flinch and retreat further into his leafy sanctuary. It was a dance of hesitant trust and ingrained fear. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours, punctuated only by the steady drum of rain. We maintained a respectful distance, allowing him to observe us, to process that we were not there to harm him. Slowly, painstakingly, he began to relax his rigid posture, the growls subsiding to an occasional wary murmur. He watched us, his gaze tracking every movement, every gentle word. We could see the internal struggle, the desperate need for comfort warring with the terror of betrayal. And then a small miracle. After what felt like an eternity, he took a hesitant step forward, then another and another. His tail, which had been tucked tightly, gave the slightest, almost imperceptible twitch. Finally, with a deep, shaky breath, he decided to take a chance. He chose to trust us. He allowed us to approach, to extend a hand. The touch was tentative at first, but then a sigh of relief seemed to escape him as he leaned into the warmth of a gentle touch. It was a profound moment, a silent agreement that his fight was over and help had finally arrived. She was a female, about 2 years old, we estimated. Gently, carefully, we lifted her into our arms, her body surprisingly light despite her matted fur. She trembled slightly, but no longer in fear, perhaps from exhaustion or the residual chill of the rain. We carried her to our waiting vehicle, placing her safely inside, knowing her long, lonely journey on the road was finally at an end. The drive to the shelter was quiet, filled with the promise of warmth, food, and safety. Upon arrival, the cacophony of barks from the other rescued animals greeted us. It was a familiar sound, a mix of excitement and longing. We carefully brought her into the shelter where she would begin her new chapter. We settled her into a comfortable, dry space, sharing a pen with another gentle resident, hoping the companionship would ease her transition. We named her Lady. Lady, who had been so afraid, so alone, was now surrounded by care. She received her first proper meal, and her fur was gently cleaned, removing the grime and dampness of her former life. She was still reserved, but the profound fear in her eyes was slowly being replaced by a glimmer of hope, a nascent trust. Lady's journey from a scared, aggressive stray to a trusting companion is a testament to the power of patience and compassion. Soon after she's fully recovered and has had time to adjust, Lady will be ready for adoption, ready to find her forever home and experience the love and security she so deeply deserves. Her story is just one of many, a daily reminder of the countless animals in need and the difference a helping hand can make.
If you loved the video and wish to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to us. Thank you.